Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Liz and in today's video I have some super adorable Easter DIYs for you guys. If you want to see the way that they turned out and see them all together, make sure you stick around to the end where I will show you them all on my tier tray. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So for this first DIY, you're going to take one of these wooden bunnies that you can get from the Dollar Tree in a pack of 8. I'm just going to fill in that hole at the top using some spackle from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take my Waverly Antique Wax and antique wax and antique and I'm going to take 2 tumbling tower pieces and I'm going to use the wax as a stain for those 2 tumbling tower pieces. I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint and plaster and I am going to paint the bunny in this color. I made sure that I sanded down where the spackle was so everything was nice and smooth for the paint to go over. After I've done that, I'm going to take these transfers that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I know they can be super hard to find, but keep on looking because I feel like a lot more people have been being able to find them lately. And for me, I had to dig through the back of all the stickers. They were in the very back, so I was able to grab myself a few sheets of this. So I'm just cutting up the greenery and placing it all over the bunny just in a random order, just covering as much as I possibly can. After I've done that, I'm going to hot glue my 2 tumbling tower pieces together. I took a little piece of a wooden dowel. I hot glued that to the back of the bunny just for some extra support and stability. And then I'm going to hot glue that down to the tumbling tower pieces. And that's it for this DIY. So for these next couple of projects, I'm really excited because if you don't know, I have craft kits up on my Facebook shop and these are part of my Easter collection, which I cannot wait for you guys to see the full collection. These are made for tiered trays mostly, but you can also use these wherever you want on shelves or however you want to decorate your home. But I specifically made these to go in a tiered tray and I absolutely love them. So this first one, you're gonna see, I'm just going to paint the pieces. The nice thing about these craft kits is you can make these however you want them, whatever colors you want them to be, whatever kind of style, you can make them your own, and I think they are so much fun to do. So if you're ever interested in my craft kits that we make and sell, I'll link my Facebook shop down below. And then as well, I've had a couple people reach out and say they don't have a Facebook, so there's no way for them to shop. Be patient because we are going to be opening up my own website, which I am really excited for. So keep an eye out for that. If you want any kind of updates and staying up to date with my shop and my craft kits, follow me on Instagram, and then if you have Facebook, because those will be the main places that I give updates and when new collections go live. So all of these are just a part of my Easter collection and I wanted to show you guys a couple of them. If you want to see the full collection, go over to my Facebook shop and check them out. We also made sure to do different kind of bundles. So if you didn't want to purchase all 7 pieces in the collection, you didn't have to. And then they're all also available for individual purchase as well. So however you want to do it, if you want to bundle some of them together, if you just want 1 or 2 of the pieces, I made sure to make it like that so everybody had a chance to purchase them. One tip that I would give when you are gluing down small pieces like these letters, I like taking a little brush or even this little kind of toothpick skewer stick and wiping my glue on it just so that I don't have globs of glue hanging out underneath the letters. And the other nice thing about most of these craft kits with the littler pieces, there are engravings on the signs so you know exactly where to place all of your pieces and where they go. And then I'll also have instructional videos on my Facebook for all of my crafts and craft kits so that if you purchase one and you're not sure how to put it together, you can reference that video. Like I said, you're just going to paint these exactly the way you want them in the colors that you want them, and you're gonna use some glue. For all of these, I just used the craft glue from the Dollar Tree and that worked perfect. If you want to use some wood glue, that would also work probably the best. In my experience using super glue, the wood just soaked it all up. So for these, I don't know if that would be the best thing to use, but a wood glue or some sort of craft glue would probably work great. So I'll have these linked down in the description box below. If you're interested in my Easter collection, you can go ahead and check it out there. So for this next DIY, I took these foam eggs that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I was originally going to use the larger ones, but they ended up being too big. I took a pack of the smaller eggs, and I'm going to paint them all in my Waverly chalk paint and plaster. And then I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks, and took 4 of those, and I am going to stain them in my Waverly wax and antique. And I just stained the entire thing, wiping off the excess. And once that's done, I'm going to assemble my tumbling tower blocks just by hot gluing each piece individually to each other, just making a line. What I should have done, I shouldn't have hot glued these down, the eggs down to the little platform first, because I am going to be adding some rub-on transfers to these. It would have been a lot easier if I had done the rub-on transfers first and then hot glued down, just because it's less likely for the eggs to come off the base. So if you're doing this, do the rub-on transfers first and then hot glue them down to the base, because I did have a couple of them break off and it was a big old pain. So I'm going to take these rub-on transfers that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I am just spelling out the word Easter, and then I'm going to rub those onto all of my eggs, and that's it. I thought this was so cute, and it actually really reminded me of kind of like a Ray Dunn kind of decor piece. So I actually absolutely loved the way that this turned out. I thought it was really, really cute, and that's it for this project. For this next DIY, I'm going to take this little piece of scrap wood that I had in my garage. I drilled 2 holes in each side. If you saw my last tier tray video, you saw me make a swing for my little gnome. I am absolutely obsessed with making swings for my tiered tray now. I feel like they are so cute and they just add so much more, I don't know, just life to them. I love it. So I had to make another one. And for this one, I'm going to paint the swing in my plaster chalk paint from Waverly. I'm going to take some twine, and I just measured out about how long I needed it to be. And then I'm going to take this vine type ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to tie those together on both ends. I'm also going to wrap the twine around that vine ribbon so that it's, you know, nice and connected. And then I just tied it off at the end, cut off the excess. I inserted the twine into the holes and tied the knots down there to attach the twine and the vine to the swing portion. I'm going to take one of these moss bunnies from the Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued it down to my swing. And that's it for this DIY. I think it turned out absolutely adorable. So for this next one, I just took this little planter box that I got from Michael's quite a while ago. You can find them in their little dollar sections. And I'm going to take some Spanish moss. I just kind of filled that up, kind of fluffed it around. I'm going to take some of these carrots that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I just stuck 4 of those into my little box. I'm going to take one of these chalkboard signs that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I just wrote Carrot Patch on it and stuck it down inside, and that's all you have to do for this project. It's so easy, but I absolutely love the way it looks. I love the pop of orange, and it took me like 2 seconds to do. For this next one, I'm going to take some more Spanish moss, and I'm going to shape this into the shape of a little bird's nest. Now, it wasn't staying completely together, so I took a lid from one of these round paper boxes that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I just hot glued the moss down to the bottom of this. I am going to take some ribbon that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I loved this green color, so I'm just going to hot glue the ribbon down to that lid just to make it tie in a little bit more with the colors for my tiered tray. When I decorate my tiered tray, I want everything to be cohesive, kind of everything like matching around all the same colors. So I was trying to tie some of those colors in, and then I took 3 more of those foam eggs. I'm going to paint them 3 different colors, so I just did an ivory color for one, a green color for another, and then a pink color for the last one. I did try to use my heat gun to speed up the drying process for the paint on these, and one of my eggs kind of blew up a little bit, so it looks a little funny, but I absolutely love the way that this one turned out. For this next DIY, this one is super easy as well. I'm going to take one of these mini grapevine wreaths that I got in an 8-pack from Hobby Lobby. I took some flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut the individual flowers off of all the stems, and I'm just sticking those little stem pieces down into my grapevine wreath. And then once I have all the flowers where I want them and it's looking the way that I want it to look, I'm going to take another one of those moss bunnies that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I hot glued it down to the middle of my wreath, and that's it for this project. For this next one, I'm going to take one of these little pails that you can get from the Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to paint this in my ballet slipper Waverly chalk paint, and I did end up giving this 2 coats. I painted the entire thing, and I also painted that little handle that I removed, and then once everything's all dry, I'm going to attach that handle back into place. I'm going to insert some more of this Spanish moss, and then I'm going to take one of those carrots, I'm going to put it into my pail, and now I'm going to hot glue a big puff ball. I believe I got these in a pack from Hobby Lobby, but I know you can get these at the Dollar Tree. So I took a larger one, hot glued that down, and then I took a smaller one and attached it to the top. I was trying to make a little bunny, so it will be a little bunny bum. I've been super obsessed with the little bunny bums lately, and I think they are so cute. So now I'm going to take some white felt and I'm going to cut them in the shape of the bunny's feet. I take some pink felt and cut out spots for the little bunny toes and heel, and I'm just going to add some hot glue and glue all those little pieces together. And then once I have the feet all assembled, I'm just going to hot glue the feet to the larger puff ball. And that's it for this project. I think it's so cute. I've loved seeing all the bunnies, you know, face down in the dirt or whatever. I think they're so cute. So I had to recreate one for myself. For this next project, I am going to make some beaded carrots. So I just took some beads that I got from Amazon. These are all different sizes, and I just started from biggest to smallest. I'm going to make 2 of those. I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in pumpkin, I believe, and I'm going to paint all of my beads in this color. So like I said, I'm doing a set of 2 of these, so I needed 2 of each size of bead, and I'm going to string them on a piece of twine, just going from biggest to smallest, and these can be any size that you want them to be depending on what size of bead you have. So once I get that last bead on there, I'm just going to tie a double knot so that I make sure that my beads don't come off of the string. Originally, I wanted to use green string. I didn't have any on hand, so I just decided to use some white string. I also think some twine would look really cute with this, but I'm just going to make a tassel like you would for any garland. I like wrapping it around a piece of cardboard about 20 times, and then I tie a knot around the top portion of that loop of string, and then I wrap it around the top part, tie another knot. I attached my beads through the top loops of the garland, and then tied that on there, cut off the little loops at the bottom, trimmed it up so it was all nice and even. It's probably making a lot more sense watching what I'm doing versus explaining it. But you guys have seen me do this a million times because you know I love my garlands and my tassels. So I'm just going to do that for both of my carrots, and that's it for this project. For this last one, like I said, you guys know I love my garlands, and I feel like a tiered tray is incomplete without a garland. So I am going to take some beads, like I said, from Amazon. I'm going to paint a bunch of them white, and then I'm going to paint some more in my ballet slipper from Waverly chalk paint. I love the soft pinks and the soft greens for Easter, so that's what I was going for kind of color scheme wise with my tiered tray this year. Just those soft colors. And then I'm going to take this sponge and I'm going to dip it into my Waverly Wax and Antique, and I'm just going to dab it all over those white beads that I have. And then I just did a pattern of 1 of those white beads, 4 of those pink beads, 5 of the white beads, and then 4 pink beads, and I just went back and forth until all of my beads were used up. I'm going to make 2 tassels for each side of my garland, just doing the same way, wrapping it around my cardboard. I find that it's a little bit easier if you attach your tassel to the garland first before doing anything else at the top. And then you can take another piece of twine and wrap it around the top of your tassel, cut those loops off, cut off the excess twine at the bottom to make it all even. And that's it. I love this garland. I love how different it is from all the other garlands that I've done, just in the different textures and patterns to it. So I couldn't be happier with the way that this one turned out.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high.
And that's it for these DIYs and for this video. Let me know what your favorite project was in the comments down below. And again, if you're interested in my Easter collection of craft kits, go ahead and click the link in my description box for you to take a look at all the options that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Even if the sky is falling down.